Alright, welcome everybody. I'm Sarah Crosby. I'm the senior educator at the new Weis Center. I just went on a walk through Weis, and I'm filming this intro after because I didn't really know what it was going to be, but I wanted to bring a walk to Weis to everyone who might miss it this spring. If you were going to be here on a field trip, if you were going to be here during spring break camp. So I wanted to bring this experience to you if you can't be there this spring, since we are closed to the public, and I hope that changes sooner than later. So come along with me while, this is kind of what we can do. I did my best did my best with trying to take videos, but let me know how it goes, let me know if you enjoy it, and let me know any awesome things that you guys know about the different organisms we see. We see plants, we see birds, we see salamanders, so come along, it's going to be a lot of fun. So now I'm approaching somewhere where the landscape changes quite a bit. There hasn't been too many plants covering the ground in the forest right now, and I come across a stream bed, and let's go check out these plants covering the stream bed, where I saw these from yards and yards back at the beginning of the trail, and I was just excited to come and check out the stream. So when the water content in the ground changes and there's all this moist soil all around here, we start to see a change in the plants. So here at the stream bed is a whole bunch of one very vibrant species of plant that only sticks around in this magnitude for the springtime. So does anyone recognize this plant? A lot of time it behaves like skunk cabbage, but it's actually different. Just how skunk cabbage pops up by streams, this plant does as well. But this one isn't smelly. This is green false hellebore. And green false hellebore is always here every single year, and I look forward to this luscious, luscious grove of these plants. Okay, so I've come up from being down by the stream, and I've come up this ridge here. Oh, can you guys hear that? Listen for the bird. There's a red-bellied woodpecker in the woods that's been flying around and calling for the last few minutes. But as I came up this ridge, I discovered some white flowering tree here. Yeah, they are really impressive, beautiful flowers on this tree. And this here is a serviceberry. So a lot of times they'll have these multiple trunks like this one here, flowering up there as well. And we'll probably see several more as we go through the forest today. I came across a patch of fern that is in all different stages. So we have our fiddleheads really tiny at the bottom still, and now we see them beginning to unfurl and look more like the frond. You can see the leaves that are going to be curling outwards. This is a fern that's just a little further along. So I've been walking along the top of the ridge now, and I have arrived at one of my favorite spots at the new Weis Center is our vernal pool. And right now, our vernal pool, it's been raining so much this week, and it is super filled up. When I was here a few weeks ago, which was, the times that I was hearing the wood frogs and the spring peepers, which are frogs that like to breed in these vernal pools, there was no water in here. So I was looking around to try to see if we could find some egg masses, but I don't see any. The only creature who I've found in here so far is a little green frog who is over there. You're not really going to be able to see him. I'll see if I find a closer guy. But there's a couple frogs living in here right now. I don't see any frog eggs, but I'll be sure to check back with anything else I come across. So a vernal pool is a really special place in these forests up in northern New Jersey. I'm in the middle of the woods right now. There's no stream to be heard. This is a completely independent stand of water. So this is filled up completely by rainwater. And as you can see, hopefully, it's, like 6 inches deep. the deepest parts, so there is a lot of water here, and this creates habitat for so many different creatures who need water in these forests. This water is usually only temporarily here in the spring, which is why it's called a vernal pool. Oh, shoot, there are vultures coming overhead in big, big numbers. Can you guys see those vultures through the trees up here? Let's see, they're coming around, they're coming up. Yeah, check it out. No, big numbers of vultures, turkey vultures, crossing overhead. Check that out. So turkey vultures, when they're on the wing in these big thermals, this heat that is allowing them to make these circles. A lot of times you see vultures circling. They call that a kettle of vultures. When you see these vultures up, they're moving on already. Okay, so I'm currently doing some exploring around the vernal pool. We had one green frog in the middle of the vernal pool. Maybe I'll be able to get an up-close thing, but I'm also going to see if there's anyone under some of these rocks and logs. So if you're ever out flipping over logs or rocks, you always want to make sure that you're putting things right back where they were. So we're going to be really careful and flip over a couple logs and see if we can see anyone today. So here we go. To get a much better picture of this salamander, you can see him here now moving. He's starting to get annoyed with me. He's being very cooperative. You can see those spots on his side are red F'd here in the forest. I'm gonna put him back now because every time we flip over logs in the forest, we want to make sure everything goes back exactly how they were so that that salamander can go back to doing what he was doing. So that was an amazing find on our first log we flipped over. I have another log here. Give it a shot. Hard to make sure I'm getting some good lighting. Let's see. All right, we've got a couple critters living under this log. We have our pair of isopods right under here. They love living where it's nice and moist. We also, let's see. All right, these guys kind of seem to have this log to themselves, so they're always a cool find. So I've got one more log I'm gonna flip over and see if we see anybody here. Let me move this stick out of the way. Okay, ready. I've got another isopod under this log. We've got some more. And we've got some fungus growing. And we have a northern redback. We have a redback salamander. So we have a redback salamander under this log. Okay, let me see. I'm going to take off my binoculars. Check him out. A redback salamander. They're one of the more common species of salamander here in New Jersey. And so awesome to find. Right, so I started exploring this stream a little bit, and I am looking at this rock that I just pulled out of the water, and can you see those tiny little pebbles on this rock? Right there. I'm trying to keep it in focus. He started moving around a little bit, so we'll see. Yep, there he goes. So it looks like a bunch of rocks, which it is, and this is called a caddisfly. It's an insect that builds this case around it of rocks for protection, and you can see him inching along. He pieced all of those rocks, tiny, tiny rocks from the stream bottom together, and that's how he's gonna live while he's under water in the stream. something awesome. This is one of my favorite springtime plants of all time, and I've never even seen one around here, so I'm really excited. It's not in flower yet. You can kind of see its little bud there in the middle, so I'll have to check back in a couple weeks. This plant is called bloodroot, and it's called bloodroot because instead of having clear or white milky sap in the veins of the leaves, it's actually red. And I am going to show you that. I have no idea how annoying this leaf crunching is in the video. So I'm going to take a super, super tiny plant. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't showing you. See, you can almost see it through the veins. Super tiny. Okay, let me try to check that out. It's so hard to focus. But you see this leaf? Bleeds red. Something awesome's happening here. There is a water thrush. I don't know if I'll be able to get him on video, but listen out, because there's one calling too. Do you see him? I'm sorry for the terrible video quality, but watch him bob his tail like that. They're constantly moving like this. Do you see this water thrush bobbing its tail? He's also right over a stream, which is why they're called water thrushes. They're actually kind of warbler, and you will see them bobbing around all the rocks in the stream, just like this, bobbing up and down, looking for different water insects that they eat. And just now, there was a second one who went away calling. I was hoping to get its call on video, but we missed his call, or her call, so there's a pair here. So I'm looking forward to seeing this pair in the future, because it seems like they might be nesting right by this stream. One of, I feel like, our most iconic moments on my hike every time, walking over this bridge, over the Blue Mine Brook. Alright, just climbed in through many bushes to get a quick video of this plant here. We have a popular spring ephemeral plant, the trout lily. Kind of see it a little better like this, with these speckled leaves. I just got back from my walk around our trails here at Weis. Let me know what you thought was the coolest things that we saw today, and let me know if you have any recommendations on how to do this better. I will not be offended. So I hope to bring you guys on another virtual hike soon, so stay safe everybody. Hope that you are keeping yourselves as entertained as you can while being home. We're gonna get through it. We're getting there, guys, and I'll see you later.